Avoir.
All right, welcome to another episode of Fit Pet Boston Talks. My name is Leah Lodato, and I'm the host of the show. And today I'm here with my spouse, Lori.
Hello.
And we are going to talk a little bit about what we've been up to this spring/early summer. Beautiful day in Boston today. We are dealing with a little bit of wildfire smoke that's cleared up, but down south of us it is pretty horrendous. But I just want to say thanks for listening to the show. If this is your first time listening, thank you for tuning in. This podcast's original mission was to interview local Boston area dog handling professionals and talk about our lives, dogs, and careers, but we've taken a little bit of a side road, and Laurie and I, we're just doing episodes, the two of us, and tackling some topics. Last time we spoke, we talked about Raven and what we've been up to this spring, working on some formal retriever training, and we figured that we would catch up with what's been going on with our other dogs and what's been going on with our clients, because it's been a really busy spring season here. I feel like every single freaking day.
You have tons of classes, or if we're not training, we're always with dogs 24/7. But if we're not training other dogs, we're training our own dogs. Like Monday night is toss and fetch. Tuesday I train for CDX. Wednesday night I'm still doing the rally thing. I have 2 more triple Qs left, and then I just have to work on some master points. And then Thursday I just book classes all day. Friday book classes all day. Saturday book classes all day. One day classes.
It's a lot.
I'm just like trying to fit everything in.
It's a lot. I've been doing more fun stuff because so announcing on the podcast, Monday nights I started Toss and Fetch League. Last season was our first successful season. Laurie's golf clapping. So we started the spring season in April. Yeah, April. With the help of our friends Megan and Alex Grabeau. Megan's been on the podcast before. She is another pro. She runs an awesome hiking service out of Framingham, Mass. And they have graciously hooked us up with a field
on their property
where we can run our Toss and Fetch League, which
is amazing.
It has been the highlight of my week. Super fun. A little bittersweet because I love Team Boston down in Rentham, but the team was getting really large, and it was running on Sunday mornings, and we had some conflicts like right off the bat, like a wedding to go to and some other stuff that was going on Sundays. And when I was looking at my schedule for the spring, I was like, damn, like I can't even go to league on Sundays because it's not possible. So Megan and Alex's place was available on Mondays. And so I have been organizing and captaining that team, which has been super freaking fun because most of the people on the team are beginners, including Laurie and Buddha.
That's been a real dream.
Laurie, I know it's always been a dream of yours to play Frisbee with your dog. Tell me, how does it feel finally to be able to achieve said goal?
I didn't expect to be doing it, but as a supportive spouse, I was there. I was ready to try it with my Rottweiler. Not the most common breed for Frisbee, as his fat ass is flying through the air. It's a fit fat ass, might I add. But yeah, it's a little different. He was in the beginning playing towards the crowd. We know that he's a ham.
Mm-hmm.
Threw that Frisbee and he caught it, and people were just so pleased. And he did a celebratory circle.
He's paraded around the entire field.
Oh, for the love of God!
The field is 50 yards long. He
no
ran
recall
around the
there,
entire
guys.
Thing.
No recall. He was just walking around and looking at his people who are applauding him, and nobody helps me because everyone's like, "Oh my God, he's so look at how majestic he is." I'm like, well, he's a majestic ass running around the field, and so we kind of cleaned that up a little bit. Yeah, I had to deal with a lot of. I mean, it's very impulsive. The dog doesn't have to wait for you to throw the Frisbee. As a matter of fact, that's a terrible thing. You want the dog to go around you and just start running out to catch the Frisbee. So it's not like you have a very controlled situation, which I'm very used to controlling everything he does. It's not as if I'm saying sit and throw and then, sit and toss it and he gets it. And no, he is a psycho and he wants the Frisbee. And that's something I've had to get used to because I can't stop him. But the retrieval and him coming back greatly improved
as time wore on.
Yeah.
He's really good at catching though, and you're really good at throwing. There's a lot of really good things going on. It's just a matter of like
it's fun, but
weighing the consequence of that environment and like thinking, is it going to work against your other training?
Right, because I make him sit and wait for the dumbbell, which has been going really well, my dumbbell training, and I definitely plan on trialing him in CDX in the fall. That's my goal, and I will do it. I have to do it because I'm never going to feel like I'm ready, and it's getting to the point where it's not that I don't give a shit. It's just that it's not going to be perfect, and I have to get myself in the ring because I really want the CDX title for him. I got to be honest with you. I don't know if I want much else in AKC. I'd really like to do schutz and obedience and bite work only, not tracking. I don't like tracking. I just don't like it. And so I think I'm coming to terms with that. And if I could just get this open title, I guess I would feel just a little bit more freedom with him because, having him sit and wait for the dumbbell and then him just being able to go hog wild with the Frisbee, I feel like it's a little conflicting. So that's my beef with Frisbee right now. Like, I love the group.
Oh my God, best group ever.
I'm worried I'll get FOMO.
You did have FOMO last week when you didn't come.
Well, I had a
late pickup.
I had work and stuff too. But that's another thing too. Like, it's another Monday night where, I train all day Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays, but then that's another Monday night that I could be doing something or grooming. But like I said, FOMO, it's there because I love everyone on the team. They're very cool. They're my friends.
It's a really cool group, and like I said, it was cool because I wanted to start a group, but I didn't want to bring people over from Team Boston because I didn't want to be like that guy, like, oh, she split off.
Poaching.
Yeah, exactly.
That rat bastard.
Yeah, I didn't want to poach people because I didn't feel like that was fair. So, like, there's tons of new people that have never done disc before, and that's awesome. And
they're good.
Yeah, they are good.
Dude, they're good. Leah started this off like, a Hail Mary.
Yeah, well,
kick ass.
Melissa's doing a fantastic job with Colton.
Kicking butt.
And Margarita, very, very good job. And then there's other just brand new people to it. And 2 new people that I had when I did the disc clinic last spring. And 2 new people from Obedience. 3, Catherine and Julia are from Obedience.
Mm-hmm.
And
we always trial together and do rally competitions together. We do AKC stuff. So
and then
I love them.
2 people that had competed with Team Boston before, but Sundays was a conflict for them. So they came to us. And then 1 person that was involved with Team Boston, but literally lives 5 minutes down the road from the field in Framingham. So they're like, can I please just come? And I was like, yes. So we have a really great variety. And then another person that runs a couple dogs that did other disc sports, that's done up dog but never done toss and fetch. So that's been cool. So so a lot of
little Bobby.
Yeah, and little Bobby.
Come on, man. They're so good.
I know. It's unbelievable. And so it's a good group. It's a small group and it's really fun, and I've been experimenting with taking pictures, so that's been super fun too. And just getting everybody involved in learning the rules to the game and being supportive teammates, which is always nice. So yeah, it's been super. And then Ruben and I have been going out to Updog in Southbridge. We are well on our way, and I don't think I'll jinx myself, but it is like a mid-year check-in, and I'm on my way to getting my goals situated for what I had planned out for him and Updog. So yeah, it's just a matter of I can't really get out there during the weekdays because the drive is just horrendous with the traffic. So if they have something come up on the weekends, I'm doing it. So that's been great. And it's been a really good opportunity for me, again, to get connected with those folks because I love them, and they're not doing their big events that have historically been in Greenfield every year. Those are not happening this year. So
I feel like things have really been on the up and up for us lately.
Well, okay, so here's the thing with me is like, this is the first time that I've been able to like really focus on like my dogs and not making money all the time. Granted, I'm still working every day and making money, but I remember Megan, or maybe it was even my dad, like throwing the idea out to use the field like in the past, like the distant past, like 2 years ago. And I was just like, oh my God, I can't even imagine taking on the responsibility of running a team, knowing that I'm not going to be making any money off of this and knowing that I'm going to be sacrificing a night of my week. And now, like, fast forward 2 years, and like,
you don't look at it like
nothing
that, at
that I
all.
would rather be doing.
Yeah, you don't
You
look
know
at it like
what I
that
mean?
at all.
It's like I'm just in a space and a place in my life where like I can do that and not have to worry about like saying no to business or something like that. It's almost like, okay, like I have my walking schedule, it's set, my clients are awesome, I do my job during the week, and I feel like now is a time to like train Raven, do the disc stuff, get more involved in the community. I ran a disc clinic and had 3 people show up. Again, all 3 people brand new to disc. My job was to like get them a little bit more acclimated with Updog and the rules and stuff. It was an amazing clinic. I was super bummed because it was supposed to be 6 handlers and 8 dogs, and at the last minute 3 of them canceled, and I was like, oh my God, like nobody's gonna show up. And then I ended up having these 3 dogs, and they each did 7 runs, and I was like, okay, this was awesome. This is how every clinic should be. But
sometimes I know that when I go to a clinic or I'm with my teammates, I really like when we can get a lot of runs in. So I said, because Leah was a little disheartened that only 3 people were there. And I said, it's going to be so much better for the 3 people that are there because you'll get to do more. You'll get to ask more questions. You can be more involved. And I have our adult group classes always very busy. My puppy class was doing everyone was coming religiously, banging them out. And then by like the 5th class, nobody, 6th class, nobody. I'm like, And then the 7th class, 2 people showed up, and I'm like, I'm here for you, man. Like, if you want to, I will train your dog for 1 hour. I do not care. Group class rate, let's go. I am here to help. I much rather see, these in group classes. I want to see owners show up because I'm not going to be able to solve your problems. Be able to work on so many things in group class. Anyway, so I'm going off, but I am psyched that you got to do your toss and fetch team. You're getting to do Updog with Ruben. You're completing your goals. I feel like dog trainers in the beginning, like we're so busy hustling and working, and we're just constantly working that it takes time away from our own dogs. And, I'm going the other way here. It's really important for us as dog trainers to find time for our own dogs. So I really feel that way. And it is really great when you have people that support you, that are around you, that support you, whether that's people that you're training with or even like your family members. You need a good tribe to be around. So if you ever go to a training group or you go to a clinic or you're training with people and they make you feel like shit, you should just
leave.
Go away. Just leave. Nobody has time for that. You all have to be supportive of one another. Like, we'll always like rib each other every once in a while, make fun of each other. That's how it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
and
support your teammates.
As Lori touched on, we've been having a really nice group for group classes to come to do, I would call it advanced obedience. So people that go through our private lessons get invited to do group class with us, which is a lot cheaper than doing the
private one-on-one classes.
And it's that way intentionally because we want people to show up consistently for group class. So we make it very affordable. And the proofing that it gives you, so the ability to work those behaviors in a distracting environment that's also safe, is there's nothing better than that. And to be able to do that consistently is huge. Now, of the tons of people that do private lessons with us, we have 10 or 15 consistently that are showing up to group classes. So there's always going to be that kind of curve, but the people that have been showing up are the ones that are seeing the long-term change and improvement and handling. And Lori is just amazing at teaching those group classes.
Oh my God.
You're so good. You're funny and engaging, but it makes sense and it's applicable.
Sometimes I'm mean.
Yeah, because you have to be.
I mean, we're in the middle of the pond here. You people can't look like chooches out there. You have to pull your act together. So everyone will be walking down a path, and then everyone pulls over and sits. And
by everyone, you mean the people in our class.
Everyone in our class.
In the meantime, there's it's more public,
oh my God,
at a beautiful
bikers,
spot. So there's
walkers,
everybody out.
Runners, strollers, kids on bikes with helmets with spikes on the helmet. And I was never happier because I knew that two of the parents specifically wanted to deal with these kind of distractions, or people with their dogs. I almost said little dogs. I'm sorry, little dog people. Like, as I walk by, they're like, whoa, you want to start? At the end of the leash. And I was like, your dog better hold that sit. Or in my group classes, I'm like, this is a social hour. Your dog cannot sniff other dogs' butts. Mind their manners. There's no accident. Oh, I wasn't looking at them and they go nose to nose. I don't care. I don't want that. That's not what group class is about. It's about your dog paying attention to you. If you want to have a play date, go somewhere else and do it. And also, when you're in group class, you got to give it 110%, people. Don't just half-ass these things. This is your time to shine. And if you're already at 70% effort in group class, what are you doing when I'm not staring at you? That means that stuff is going down in your house. Your dog's not paying attention to you and guests walk in the door and they're still jumping. When I find that out, I die inside. I'm like, why didn't you tell me? Puppies need a long time on a leash. So now I'm going off crazy again.
Yeah, it's okay.
Sorry.
But group classes are, again, a great way to
practice.
Yep.
To deal with these distractions and to give it your all. And also, I'll mention one more thing because Melissa actually brought it up. Somebody wanted to take group classes with Melissa, but she has the same rule we do. You can't go to group class
until you do private.
Until you do private classes with us. And sometimes people may think that's, well, why do I have to do that? Why do I have to spend that extra money? When I
dare them to come to one group class.
Yeah. I think that it's a really overwhelming environment. For one, if you don't know me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my heavens. I'm
really glad when I get personal referrals because my customers will warn the person about who I am. And I'm kind, but I'm very black and white, and I really like things a certain way in a group class. And you heard me. I don't like nose to nose. I don't like sniffing butts. It's not happy hour to me. It's good quality time, but it's not, we don't have a bunch of, this isn't a bar. We need to pull it together. So it's nice if the person knows me. And two, your idea of a trained dog and my idea of a trained dog are very different. So your dog might be walking in a group class with you and he's already on the bar dancing. I can't have that. I can't have a dog who's totally distracted and then the owner feels bad. So I don't want to set the owner up for failure. I don't want to set the dog up for failure, and they need training techniques to get through that if their dog is wilding out on the sideline. So if anyone who's listening to this, if you're new, if you approach a trainer and you say, well, my dog's really well trained, I trained with so-and-so, or I trained here, or I train every day, or I had dogs before in my life and they're so amazing, it might not be, you might need to brush up on a few things before you throw yourself in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's okay. So there's a reason trainers say that, and I like when trainers do that. I think you should at least have one class. Let's see what you got. Show off for me. If you're so good, show off. Let's do this.
Yeah, and not to say that we're testing you from the giddy up. If somebody genuinely has good control over their dog, but they don't understand the nuances of marking and rewarding for behavior, but they're not following their dog and giving into their dog's leash pressure. I don't care that they don't know how to use the clicker. I care more that they understand leash pressure. That's more important in the moment. Okay, when we say like prove it to me, it's not a test. It's like literally like show me what you think is so great about the way your dog behaves.
Yeah, and I'm here for it. I want to see it.
Yeah, we want to see.
I want to see great things.
So yeah, like we're not hoodwinking anybody into doing privates before they do group, but I have never had somebody leave a private when they came to us for group and been like, damn, I really didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
It's always a good experience.
We keep private classes. I mean, we try to keep everything fun and lighthearted, but also if you're so against something in the beginning, you probably don't want to work with that person anyway.
Yeah.
I absolutely do not want to do this private class. No, I don't. Well, that just shows me how flexible you are as a human. Like, what? Why? Come on, let's all hang out. I'll make some tea.
Yeah.
So for group classes, I wanted to mention that because somebody brought it up, and I have many parents with puppies, but puppy's only 7 or 8 months, and both of them said the same thing at the same around the same week to me, that he's still jumping on people when they walk through the door. And I'm like, well, how often do you have the dog on a leash and you're training him when people walk in the door? And the answer to that is never. And a dog is 7 months is so young, guys.
Yeah.
You really do have to work on greetings for a long time. I mean, I would say a year that you have the dog on a leash and you're just clicking and feeding him for looking at you and, you know, controlling greetings. But to just have a loose dog in the house, a little happy puppy, thank God, if you have a beautiful happy puppy that likes everyone in the house and is not eating the children, of course they're going to go run up to this novel item that walks in the door. And most likely, that novel thing walking through the door, that human is going to go, oh my God, it's so cute. And then the dog gets more excited and he jumps on him. And then where are you? With your hands in your pocket over at your island, not paying attention to who just walked in the door. And you're like, that son of a bitch, look at him jumping. But you're so far away.
I thought he was supposed to be trained.
He was just supposed to just sit.
He should stop. He should stop wanting to jump.
Why is he jumping on that coffee table? Like, where are you? Crate the dog.
Yeah, or put the leash. It's tough too because
crate him, leash him, guide him, coach him.
I will. Oh, what a great little mantra.
Oh,
should soundbite that.
Okay. Could be the title.
I never knew what it was like to have a dog that didn't want to jump on people till I got Raven, because she doesn't jump on people. And like Ruben, it's like he has jumping beans in his pants. It's like, oh,
only the ones he loves.
Yeah, and it's weird with him, right? So like, and I do, I'm saying it, I let my dog jump on me. I let Ruben jump on me.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. If I say off, I expect him to get off of me. But like, especially when you start doing dog sport, especially when you start doing Frisbee, you know, you want your dog to engage with you in that way. But that being said,
I hate jumping.
Yeah, Lori hates jumping. But that being said, like some dogs jump more than others. Like I'll use Hamish and Heidi for an example. 2 Bernedoodles from the same breeder. Hamish jumps. Heidi does not. Like I walk in the house, Hamish is going to jump on me unless he's in the crate and I put the leash on him before he comes out.
Heidi wears white gloves and has a cigarette holder. That's how I picture her.
And she melts in the rain.
She doesn't like the rain, which is nice because it's been raining a lot. I'm just kidding.
So anyway, so there's 2 dogs, same breeder. One, it just has more of a desire to jump. And I don't think that there's anything that we're going to do to rid him of that desire completely. We can certainly mitigate it and we can certainly make it happen less. But yes, and I never knew what that was like until I got Raven, because she sincerely like doesn't jump on people. She very excitedly hangs out by their feet and waits for pets. And
I'll give Raven a plus.
You
put a stuffed animal in her mouth, that chick is on. She just walks around. She wags so hard that her ass hits her head.
So happy.
She's honestly, and there were days where I wanted to sell her, and just she really is, when she sees you, she's so joyful and so happy that it's hard to. I mean, I don't want her to come near me after the bird thing, but other than that,
when she's like spitting feathers out of her mouth.
I mean, it's right in my throat when I black out for the moment, but then after it's all over and I take my rubber medical gloves off that I wear when I touch the bird, I couldn't.
If you think that was bad, you should have seen me after Tuesday, because I was the one
throwing
them.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know because there should be an emergency hosing station outside before you walk in the house. I can't know these things. Ignorance is bliss.
But yeah,
you should bleach your boots. Oh my God.
Well, I know, and also after I work with the
die.
birds, the dogs are like up in my grill. Buddha's nose is like a vacuum cleaner on my pants, and then I had the birds inside my car, and like every dog that got into the car, Juno and Olive.
Juno just killed a skunk, bless her.
Just freaking sniffing the bottom of my car like the entire time they were in it.
She got sprayed. She didn't kill it.
Yeah.
What do you expect? A bunch of birds in your car.
Poor Juno. But
I
was very surprised when I picked her up this week. She got sprayed on Wednesday, Tuesday night, and I walked her Wednesday, Thursday. They did such a fantastic job.
Bang up job.
Her down. She smells, but not bad.
They use the SOS stuff.
Yeah. SOS, skunk off.
One is a Nature's Miracles.
It smells like coconut.
Yeah, it smells so good.
Yeah. It smells really good.
It's a skunky coconut.
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, all that to say, for a full-on face spray, she is not smelling that bad.
And thanks to her 3 baths, she has just a beautiful shine to her coat.
Oh my God. I'll never forget, like
they texted me and they go, "We think we have to sell the house."
I was bartending one time. I used to bartend, and this guy comes in and sits down at the bar, and like all of a sudden, like the whole bar started to smell like a skunk. And his dog had gotten sprayed by a skunk. And
he stunk.
He smelled up my whole bar.
Whatever you do, people, don't put him in your car and bring him someplace, because guess what? Your car is skunked.
Yeah.
Have you ever ran over a skunk by accident? There's a lot of animal killing going on in these last 2 episodes.
No. At first, like, when your dog first gets sprayed by a skunk, Ben said it perfectly. He was just like, it just smells so, like, acrid, like chemicals. Like, your brain doesn't even, like, register what it is. And then you can, like, actually smell it. And it's, like, overwhelming. I know exactly what one of my dogs got skunked one time years ago. And it was awful. But they did a wonderful job cleaning her up. So props. Anyway, this was just going to be a shorty talking about what we've been up to. We will do a hard topic next time.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I really appreciate everybody tuning in, listening to the podcast. If you're into what you're hearing, like and subscribe to the podcast. Follow us on Instagram at FPB Talks. You can follow our personal Instagram pages, Fit Pet Boston and Laria's ABC Dog Training. You can follow Buddha's Therapy Dog Adventures. We've been doing that on the side too in our spare time. Yeah, absolutely. At Therapy Dog Buddha. At Therapy Dog Buddha. See what he is up to. And if you have any questions for us or want to send us a message, do that anytime. I am all ears, and I really appreciate your listening ears. So, thanks, everyone. Yeah, see you next time.